let's bring your hands to your hips or to your waist and start to lift those knees. Lift up and up, up and up. Pointed toes, belly's pulled in. Arms come up to that goalpost position. Add a press up, here, press up and up, up and up. Relax those shoulders. Let's add a twist here. Warm up those obliques. Twist and twist. Pointed toes. You can lift that knee a little higher if you want, or you can keep it a little lower. Last 3 counts. 2, 1. Come to a wide second. Pulse down and down. If the class feels like it's moving fast, don't worry. Once I set up, I go back and explain how you're supposed to look. So you're going to get that cueing. We just get started first. All right, so knees over your heels, shoulder blades pulled back, belly's pulled in, right heel up. Give me 20 pulses with this right heel off the ground. You can see that I'm popping my heel. My knee is still over my heel. Shoulders are still pulled back. Switch heels, last 20. We're warming up our outer glutes, warming up our thighs, giving our inner thighs a little stretch, getting our core warmed up. We're coming into a plank next. You're going to come down to your mat in a forearm plank. Let's take a little stretch to get there. Lower that heel, walk those feet together. Step back, bring your arms up, take a deep breath, inhale. Exhale, fold forward, reach for your toes, hang here for a breath. And now walk your hands forward into a straight arm plank position. Shoulders right over your wrist, legs are stick straight. Belly's pulled in, hips are tucked. Right knee into your chest. Pull in for 10. Then we're gonna extend it back out and lift it up for 10 in 4, 3, 2, leg goes up, pulse up. Up for 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Now flex that foot, bend it in half, kick in for 10. We're gonna do that all on the other side. Then we'll come onto our forearms in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Switch legs, left leg off the ground. Pull it in toward your chest, pull in, and in. Again, just little ins here. Pull in for 4, 3, 2. Now extend it behind you, pulse up, 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 and up. Inhale, exhale. Now flex that foot, bend your leg in half, and pull your heel in. In, you got it. In, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now drop that foot and come onto your forearms. Forearm plank here. Press your heels away from you. Squeeze your glutes, tuck your hips under. If this is too much, drop your knees, pull your heels to your seat. Everybody is squeezing their glutes, tucking their hips under. If that feels like too much on your shoulders, on your back, on whatever, face your support or your wall and take a plank here. Always an option. Hold this plank for 30 more seconds and then we'll take a child's pose. Try and relax your shoulders. Pull your belly into your spine. Okay, try not to let those shoulders get off kilter. Pull your shoulder blades back. Feel your back fill with muscle. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You've got this. 4, 3, 2, and take that child's pose. Well deserved. Palms face the ceiling. Thumbs pull down toward the mat. For push-ups today, we're doing 30 pulses at your mid-range. So shift forward, come onto your knees, and pull your heels to your seat. Hands wider than your shoulders, fingers turn slightly inward. Come to your halfway point and pulse. Pulse, pulse, little pulse, pulse. Tiny little pulses here. Last 20 already. Little pulses. Maybe get your chest a little bit lower. Now send your gaze in front of your fingertips instead of looking at your belly button or your chest. Elongate your spine. Last 10, 9, 8. Another child's pose in 4, 3, 2. Take that child's pose. Palms face the ceiling. Thumbs pull down toward the mat. Feel a nice stretch running down your shoulders and your back. Inhale and exhale. Now find your ball or one single weight, whichever one you had. You're going to place it behind you. Meet it with your other hand. Soft bend in those knees. Pulse up. Squeeze the ball. Pulse up. Squeeze. Pulse up. All right, let me do that setup again. If you're new, you've never done this before. You're going to take your support, and if it's a weight, you just hold your weight in one hand, and then you meet it with your other hand. Then you try and straighten your arms a little bit more, and then lift your hands so they're not resting on your seat, they're up above, and you're squeezing your support, then lifting. So squeeze and lift, squeeze, lift. It's a smidge easier with the ball because you have something to squeeze, and your wrists don't get out of alignment, but you can definitely do it with this. Now just squeeze, lift, squeeze, lift, squeeze, lift, squeeze, lift. So we're doing little squeezes All right, we're gonna warm up our thighs a little bit, okay? This is only optional, you don't have to do this. Chest lift, up, up, and now hinge backward. Ooh. Right here, warming up our thighs. I do not want you to go low position here. Just hold here, tuck those hips. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Step your right foot forward. Come up to standing. Stay holding onto your weight or to your ball. Arms in front. Squeezes in. Squeeze. Pulse up. Squeeze. Pulse up. Squeeze and up. Right, let's go over that form. Feet are hip distance apart and parallel. Soft bend in your knees, shoulder blades are pulled back. If you're doing this with the weight, it looks like this. You're squeezing, then lifting. Squeeze, lift, squeeze, and lift. You're squeezing from your chest, not from your hands. So it's really easy to squeeze with your hands. Your job right now is to squeeze through your chest for 8, 7. I want this chest on fire. We're not going to be doing these today, our chest presses. So I want you right now really focus on working that chest. Shoulders are relaxed. We're going to pick up another weight or switch to weights if you don't already have one. In 3. That's 2. Last one, release. Pick up another weight. Heavy weights for bicep work if you want, and start your bicep curls. It's up and down. Let's do the setup. Feet are hip distance apart and parallel. There's a soft bend in your knees. Okay, your knees are tracking right over your toes. Take a little look down there. All right, now pull those elbows tight into your waist like glue is holding them into your waist. That's going to isolate your bicep. Let's turn those palms to face me now. Slightly different hand position. Now, if you started with your palms facing me, switch to have them face your body on the way in. All right, so just working into the whole bicep. Let's just double check our side, how we look from the side. So a lot of times people start to do this as they get kind of tired, or they kind of let their butt stick out, they hinge a little forward. Can you find a way to make your shoulders come right over your hips, and then pull your belly in? So instead of tucking under, think of pulling your belly in first, and that will give a tiny, tiny tuck to get you into your neutral spot. Now, we have a few more of these. If you want to get into your shoulders a little bit more, we are going to do shoulder work next. You can take those elbows away from your waist. Let's flip those palms to face you again. Try and relax those shoulders. Maybe fingertips come off the weights. If you have used heavy weights, use something like 4 pounds, 5 pounds, 6 pounds or more, you're going to switch to lighter weights for the next set. And don't think, oh, I'll just be able to do it. It's really hard, okay? So you're going to switch to lighter weights just to keep everybody safe. Last 3, last 2, and last 1, release. I'm going to come into profile. You can stay facing the direction you're facing. Feet are hip distance apart and parallel. Bring the weights to your forehead, lighter weights. Switch them out. Arms extend up on a diagonal. We pull down for 2, and up for 2, and down for 2, and up for 2, down for 2. You're going to keep going. All right? I'm going to give you some form cues. Feet hip distance apart and parallel. Soft bend in your knees. You're hinged forward about 35 degrees. Okay, so about a third of the way down. Your seat is relaxed but sticking out, and your belly is still pulled in, but don't arch your back like this. Okay? Just a neutral spine. Belly's pulled in, and your seat's sticking out. Pelvis is tilted toward the ground. Now hold your arms in your back position. Squeeze in. In. Tiny squeezes coming from your back, not coming from your arms moving. Don't think of your elbows squeezing in. Think of using your back. 8 more. We go back to those 2 counts. All right? If you have heavy weights, I just want your form to be perfect. That's why we switch to lighter ones. Go up for 2 and down for 2. Keep going, up for 2. We're actually going to end that extended up position. That is super hard to do, but then we'll come to standing. We'll give those shoulders a little bit of a break. It is not a full break. Try and relax everything. Hold your arms out now. Hold here for 5. Hold 4. Hold 3. Hold, come to standing. Palms face each other. Soft bend in those knees. Right, then left. Right. March us out to a V. Right, left. So I'm traveling with my arms as I march. And right, we're going to stop in that V position. Your palms are going to face the ground. You're going to bend, stretch. Bend, stretch. If the weights are too much, take your weights, drop them to the side. You don't have to use any weights at all. Sometimes I find not using weights makes it harder for me because I really think, oh, I have to work really hard. I really have to use my muscles because I don't have this weight that I'm relying on. So feel free to drop those weights. Try and relax those shoulders. Bend, stretch. Bend, stretch. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, come to goal post position, rotator cuff. Our palms come down and up, down and up, down and up, down and up. Just 3 more. 3, 2, hold it down on 1. Weights come toward your chest, elbows bounce up like you're bouncing a ping pong ball on your elbows for 8. 7, arms are coming into a T shape next. That's going to be our final position. It's super hard. We won't be there long. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms come out. We're going to do our second back set now. Palms face me, okay? So palms face forward. Elbows pull down and up. Pull down and up. Pull down and up. Now on the down, I want you to imagine that a magnet is pulling your elbows together behind your back. Not into your waist, behind your back. Try and relax those shoulders, okay? Think of a little pencil right here. You're squeezing a pencil. This is our last back set from the day. So normally we do a set that looks like this. We're not doing those today. This is your last chance. I know your shoulders are burning, so is your back. Blast out those shoulders one more time. We're gonna do about 8 more. We will end in that back position, so you are gonna get a little relief from your shoulders while we finish out our back work. Hold your elbows behind your back to squeeze in, in, in. Now if I exaggerate the movement, it looks like this. We don't want it to look like this in real life though. We want it to squeeze, squeeze. You're squeezing your muscles in your back so tight, they move this much, and your arms are along for the ride. Just squeeze and squeeze. Last 8 counts. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Let's work on our triceps. Hinge forward, bring the weights onto your back. I'm coming into profile. Use this as leverage to open up your shoulders. So press your hands into your back to open your shoulders. Arms extend behind you. Pulse up, bend, stretch. Pulse up, bend, stretch. Up, bend, stretch. Up, stretch. Shoulder blades are pulled back. Butt is sticking out. Let's have that weight start in our heels here. So shift the weight back into your heels. Up, relax the shoulders. Bend, stretch this out. Bend, stretch. Bend, stretch. Bend, stretch. Bend, stretch. All right, if your hands are down here, you are missing the tricep part. You're mostly getting a back of the shoulder workout, which is fine. Let's get double duty here. Lift those arms up. Pulse up here, up and up. Shoulder blades pull back. Belly in. Pulse up and up. If you want to turn your palms to face the ceiling or the ground for your last 20, you can do that now. Here we go. It's up and up. Think of the back of your tricep completely straight to work into your tricep, not just your shoulder. 10, 9, you got it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, a little higher. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Let's drop those weights down to the ground and let's stretch that all out. The stretching part is as important in bar as the workout part, so don't rush it. Feet are hip distance apart, right arm across your chest. Roll your right shoulder down. You're leveling out your shoulders here, so just relax your shoulders, almost like you're balancing a ruler on them. Right arm up comes up for a tricep stretch. Gentle tug, soft bend of those knees. Hinge to the left, look under your bicep. Grow taller instead of folding to the side. Think of pulling your left elbow toward the ceiling. And switch sides, left arm across, pull and roll. Knees are loose and relaxed, don't lock out those legs. Left arm up, tricep stretch. Gentle tug, soft bend, hinge to the right, look under your bicep. Grow taller and gently tug on your left elbow with your right fingertips. And then let's walk those feet wider, bring your fingertips behind your back, lift those thumbs off your seat. So in Barre Class, we just say seat instead of butt, otherwise we'd say butt a lot. Bend your knees, hinge forward, fingertips press closer toward me or toward the screen, and release your hands to the ground. Sway side to side. Let everything feel heavy. I want you to feel like your hands are in sand and you're making like a design with your hands that's very deep as you sway side to side. Shake your head yes. We're almost done with our stretch here, so enjoy these last few minutes. Shake your head no. Take a deep breath, inhale, and bring your hands to the center and just hang here for 2 breaths. And with each breath, relax something in your face that you didn't relax before. Maybe it's your eyebrows, maybe it's your lips. And then you're gonna roll up slowly, 8 counts here. Relax those shoulders, belly's pulled in. All right, so we're gonna do fold over for our thigh set with the ball if you have one. If you don't have the ball, you don't have to. This class is hamstring focused, and that's why we're going to use the ball is to support our hamstring work. So you're going to take the ball and you're going to place it behind your right leg. Then you're gonna face your support and rest your head and your left forearm on your support. And lift your right leg up, pulling your right heel to your seat. Your right hand is at a wide 90-degree angle, okay? Try and square your hip down to the ground and pull your heel to your seat. I want you to feel your hamstring, the back of your leg, ignite. And now bend your left knee, press down with a hold with your left knee, down hold. Down hold. Down hold. Okay, so you're working two things right now. Your left thigh, okay, and your right hamstring. The ball helps to hold your right leg in a bent position. By doing that, you're gonna dig into your hamstring, because if your heel comes far away from your seat, you drop the ball, and now you know that your heel wasn't pulled in. So the purpose of the ball is to keep our heel pulled in to dig into this hamstring. Now you're also working your left thigh, and you are working into your left glute right here. Now you want to shift the weight to the insole of your left foot. So instead of putting pressure in the outer sole, shift it toward the inner sole. Faster pulses to finish. It's a simple set. Pulse down and down and down. You've got this. Down and down. I know it's a lot of pressure for your leg. We switch sides and it's a shorter set, okay? So you can breathe a little bit. Pulse down. I'm just coming into profile so you can see what it looks like here. Pulse down and down. But you'd have both hands, you'd have a hand pressing into the bar. Your right hand is offering an oblique workout. Pulse down. Option releve, standing foot. Pulse down and down. Now the more you press into this right hand that's at the bar, the more you're going to activate your oblique. We're going to switch sides in 10, 9, 8, 7. Lift that right foot up, pull your heel in for 3, 2. With control, lower your leg, switch your ball to the other leg. Face your support, hinge forward. Bend your right knee, pull your left heel to your seat, pulse down, hold. Okay, again. Down, hold. Right knee's bending. Down, hold. Left leg is basically an isometric hamstring hold. Isometric means we don't move it. It's just holding. And the ball is helping keep your heel into your seat. Now, if you don't have a ball, not a problem. There are other things you could use. You could use a weight. Down with a hold. That's an option, okay? No weight, no problem. You could use a strap or a t-shirt. Anything that can hold your heel into your seat. Faster pulses. Here we go. Pulse down and down and down. Now your left hand presses into your support at a right angle to activate your left obliques. Pulse down, down, and down. Now lift your left leg 1 inch higher. Pull your heel closer to your seat. Releve option on that standing foot, your right leg. Relax those shoulders for 10, 9. We're saying goodbye to the ball in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's drop that ball. Shake it out. Bring one hand to your support. Outside hand, hip or waist. Heels together, toes apart, into a narrow V. So there should be a tiny slice between your toes. Lift your heels 1 inch off the ground only. Bend your knees. Pulse down, hold. Down, hold. All right, this set will be longer, okay, than the single sides of the first set. Now, we're doing a low heel position. Your heel should be this high off the ground. You can barely see it. It's a tiny bit off the ground. What we're working is the bottom of your quad. So think of your quad as a muscle that comes to a point at your knee. We're working that part right here. This is going to help take stress off your knees on a daily basis. When your quad is strong, your knees don't have to absorb all the impact because your quad's helping you more. Shoulder blades are pulled back. We're going to add a press out of our knees. So we pulse down, knees press out, down, and out. Now see my elbow? It's below my support. That's where everyone should be. Your support should be about 38 to 41 inches off the ground. If you're a little shorter, maybe 36, 37. But in this position, you should be able to get your elbow below your support and back. Now, this is like a slow burn. It starts here, it creeps up your legs. It's really hard to get that shaky feeling that maybe you had in the first set, but I want you to try now because that shaky feeling is pushing your body to its limit. Okay, I'm gonna face you for these last few just so you can see what it looks like. Now just press back, back. We're gonna finish with pulses down. Now can you drop a little bit lower? Back, back. Now the back is coming from a squeeze of your glute here. It's not coming from a tuck, and it's definitely not coming from just pressing your knees back like this. I want you to really think squeeze, squeeze. I want those heels to come together. 10 more, we pulse to finish in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, pulse down to finish, down, 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 and down. Last 20, you could bring one arm up, the arm that's not on the bar. just to offer you a little bit of more of a challenge for your core as it holds your body up. Last 8 counts. 8, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Wide second position, balls up your feet, down hold. Down hold. All right, here's where we started class. Remember, we started with that wide second. We're coming to a high heel position first. If you can't do high heels, drop your heels, that's fine. If you are in high heels, double check your knees right over your heel. So what I'll see in class a lot is this. See how my knee is over? We want our knee to be right over our heel. That usually means you have to walk your feet a little wider. Now if you came from flat feet, when you pop your heels, notice my knee is in now. So I always have to scooch a little bit closer. Add a press back, down, knees press back. Down, knees press back. Down, and back. We're almost done. The set is shorter than the last one. You already did the longest set, right? Does that feel good? Down and back. Down and back. For 4, 3, 2, just press down and down. Can you add that press back as you pulse down? One movement. Down, press back. Down, press back. Shoulder blades are pulled back. Belly's pulled in. Last 20. You could raise that arm up for your last 15 pulses for all of thigh work, for all of class. That's why I love bar. When you're done with thigh, you're really done with thigh. We don't try and sneak it in. Last 5 counts. 5. Last 4. Relax those shoulders. Last 3, 2, and 1. And you're done. Shake it out. Stay holding onto your support with one hand and reach for the outside leg of whatever your support is, or you can face your support. I like to be able to see the camera, so I'm going to stay here. Pull your heel to your seat, bend your standing knee, and tuck your hips under. Try and relax those shoulders. And switch sides. I'm going to switch to the other side, just so you can see the stretch. We're not doing this, right? Shoulders right over hips, soft bend in your standing leg. Tuck your hips under. Pull your heel to your seat. Inhale, exhale. All right, I'd like to stretch that all out, so I'm going to fold my mat so that it can be on carpet instead. I'm going to step my right foot forward, my left leg back, and come into a lunge position to start to stretch out everything. Your right knee should be over your right heel. Left hip press forward, squeeze your glutes, tuck your hips under. Uncurl your left toes, low lunge. Inhale, exhale. And drop that back knee, hip shift back, half split flat back stretch. It's a flat back, not a round back, and it's not a bent knee. It's a straight leg. So straighten out your right leg and flatten out your back. You're going to feel a better stretch for the back of your right leg. And then slide forward to come into a deeper stretch. That could be a couple of inches. It could be a couple of feet. Maybe you're coming into your split. Wherever you are today is where you are, so just enjoy the stretch. Inhale, exhale. Leg pulls back in, one more stretch, chin to chest, nose to knee, round back now. Feel the difference there as you round your back. And if you can, flatten your foot. It's going to feel really nice for the top of your foot. If you don't feel it, that means your tendons are nice and strong. They're all stretched out. You might not feel anything when you flatten that foot. Right hand meets left. Swing that leg around. Everything on the other side. So you're going to extend your left foot forward, right knee back into a low lunge. Right hip presses to the ground. Now, it's so easy to zone out during these stretches. I want you to push yourself in every stretch, just like you did in thigh work, to gain that flexibility. Uncurl those back toes, low lunge, stick straight leg. Stick straight leg. If you want to bend that leg and instead do like that kneeling quad stretch that you know how to do, feel free to do that. And then release your knee to the ground, shift your hips back, flat split, flat back, half split stretch. Chest is proud and puffed out. Toes pull toward your nose. Left hip pulls back, forward with your right. Inhale, exhale, and then slide wider. Just as far as you can go while maintaining square hips. Maybe go a little further today than you did last time. Maybe you're more limited. Maybe decide you can do more. Maybe decide you do less. Inhale, exhale. And leg pulse in, chin to chest, nose to knee, round back. Stretch. Hang here. Try and look at your belly button. And then flatten your left foot if you can. If that feels like too much, don't worry. You don't have to do it. Inhale, exhale. Left hand meets right. And then grab your ball if you have one, or your strap or your weight. Place it behind your left foot. Stay on all fours. Left leg comes up. your heel kicks in, pulse up, heel in, up, in, hamstring work, then we stretch it, in, up, in, up, in, up, in, and up. All right, working into that hamstring. Your hamstring is right here on your leg. When your hamstring is strong, your seat is going to actually sit higher, because what you're actually doing is you're actually lifting the muscle underneath your glute to have your seat have really nice and high, okay? So that's what makes your seat high. A lot of people think it's just doing like exercises like pretzel, fold over. That's gonna make your butt have a nice shape. To make your seat sit high, you need to get a strong hamstring. Now just kick your heel in with a hold. In, hold, all right? Now, if it's too much for you to be on straight arms, you're gonna come down to your forearms. Okay? If you think you can handle more, you're going to take your right hand, place it on the small of your back, up, in with a hold, in, hold, okay? Make sure your shoulder's right over your wrist. I had to self-adjust there. Another option is that right hand, fingertips behind your head, your elbows out to the side. That's going to activate more of your obliques. Some people like to do the arms stretched out. Heel kicks in, in. Now try not to arch your back. I'm arching my back to show you what not to do. You want to pull your belly into your spine, tuck your hips under, even if that means your heel, your knee drops. 10, we switch sides, 10, 9. Bad news, no stretch in between the sides. We just shift to our right leg, in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take that ball, place it behind your right leg up, pulse up, big squeeze, pulse up, and squeeze. Up, squeeze, up, squeeze. All right, now double check that form there. Shoulders right over wrist. One reason I like to see myself in the camera is it's my way to check my form, to make sure I look right. I don't want to hurt myself teaching you, so I always double check. Back is not arched. Option to bring those forearms down to the ground. Benefit of this position is your body basically gets in the right alignment as long as your shoulders stay over your elbows and your hip over your knee. Now kick your heel in with a hold. In, hold. Second side's a little harder. You're a little tired. Your shoulders get a little tired. We're gonna come to standing next, so your shoulders will get a little bit of a break. Try and relax your upper body. Pull your belly into your spine. Option, left hand on your back. Maybe you wanna bring those fingertips behind your head, so your elbows out to the side or out in front. In, hold. Now there's a tendency to shift into your kneeling leg, that's your left side. I want you to try and shift the weight over to your right. If you're somebody who's using one hand, you're probably already doing that by the nature of the position. In with a hold. 3 more. 3, 2, hold it. Now kick in, in. All right, we're gonna do a downward dog stretch next. I'm gonna show you what that looks like if you don't know. Looks like this, okay? We're gonna come into that in 20 squeezes. Last chance to work your hamstring this intensely for a little bit. So really focus on your hamstring for 10, 9. If you don't have a ball, no problem. You're just doing without the prop for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and uncurl those toes. Hike your hips up. If you had support there, just let it drop. Don't worry about it. You'll pick it up later. Try and look at your belly button, chin to chest, and then let your head, your gaze come a little bit ahead, stretching out that neck. Press into your feet one more time. Pedal out your dog. Right knee bends, then left. And then walk your hands to your feet. Feet to your hands. Give yourself a nice little roll up there. Shoulder blades are pulled back. All right, let's do one more set to work into the corner of our seat this time. We're going to do standing pretzel. Heels together, toes apart. Left hand to the bar or support. Extend your left toes out behind you, then out to the side. Bend your standing knee, okay? And now bend your working leg. Pulse out to the side with a hold. Out, hold. Right here, we're working. This little corner of your seat right here. All motion is coming from trying to grip that side of your seat. Now, if you're new to bar, really hard to grip it. You're not going to be able to grip it. Use your leg to push it out a little bit. If you've been taking bar for a while, I want you to bring all your mental energy to that corner of your seat. We're not here long. We switch sides. We're done with seat until back dancing at the end of class. All right, out, hold. Now we're not doing this yet, okay? Right now, we're just here. My hips are square and level. Square means they're faced the same direction. Level means one's not higher than the other, okay? So there's a tendency for people to start to do this. We're actually gonna do that to finish our set, so I don't want you to do that now. Right now, I want you to dig really deep into this. Shoulder blades are pulled back. Inhale, exhale. Now I want you to lean into your support with your forearm, okay? Press away from your support, creating a side plank, and now extend your leg long and pulse up to finish, up. Option releve, standing foot, up, up, up. Option, arm goes out, okay? Option, arm bends in half, and you crunch as you lift. Crunch, lift, crunch, lift. Obliques, side seat, last 30, up and up. You got it, you got it. So hard, I know. In class, I'll come around and lift your leg up a little bit. I'm not there to do that. Can you try and do that right now? Jack that leg up 5 inches. Use momentum to get it there. Hold it there. Pulse up. If you're doing that crunch, make that come from your oblique instead of just moving your elbow like this. That's not going to work your obliques. Work here. Last 10, we switch sides. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Just flip around. Don't think about it. Heels together, toes apart, narrow V. Left toes come behind you, then out to the side. On a diagonal behind you. Bend your standing leg, bend your left leg, out with a hold. Out, hold. All right, I'm gonna face you just so you can see what it looks like when I talk about hips level and square. Out, hold. So my knee's not here out to the side. Like if I extend my leg, it's on a diagonal behind me. Out, hold. Level, square. Okay? There's a tendency to open up to the leg that's in the air, your left leg. So maybe you have to scooch a little to the right. And then there's a tendency to lift this hip up like this. Feel the alignment of my body gets all off. When I do that, we're trying to stay down here, right? We'll finish in that leaned over position. We'll finish with some crunches. So we're gonna get to that part. Right now, we're just doing it here. Tiny little presses, almost like a string is pulling your knee up to the ceiling. Up, up. And the string is really tight. It doesn't have a lot of movement to you, so you're moving this much. Someone walking by might not even know what you were doing. They would think, wow, that person is doing nothing. But you're working so intently into the corner of your seat, you can feel it. I'm gonna come back to profile so I can show you the next thing we're gonna do when we shift our weight into our support. For 4, 3, 2. Now lean into your support, create a plank position with your right side. Then extend your leg on a diagonal behind you. You shouldn't be able to see your toes. They're your peripheral vision. Pulse up to finish, up, up. Releve option, standing foot, up and up. Option, left arm out. Option, left arm bent in half, goalpost position, and crunch, 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 and crunch. Okay, your back is helping you get that leg up a little bit, so if you feel back pain, I want you to drop your leg down and just do it at a lower angle. You could still lean into your support. If you don't feel any back pain, if you want to get into those obliques, jack that leg up, pulse up, little crunch, little crunch. Last 20 and you're done with seat. Abs next, then you're done with class. All right, relax those shoulders, belly pulls in. Last 10 and you're done. 10, maybe take that releve option. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Let's take a figure 4 stretch on our support. So I'm going to pull my mat down so I can lie down on it. I'm going to lie down. Right ankle over left knee. Head heavy. Right hand through your thighs, left hand on the outside, right elbow presses into your right knee, both feet flexed. Inhale, exhale. Switch sides. Use your left elbow to press into your left knee, and then pull your right thigh toward you, flexing both feet deeply. It's so easy to kind of sit in the stretch and not really push yourself. Really want you to try doing that today. Inhale, exhale. And then come onto your forearms. Lift your right leg into tabletop. Pull your belly into your spine. And pull your knee in with a hold, using your abs. In, hold. In, hold. In, hold. All right. Now, we got the initial setup here. Let's make it perfect. Drop your heel so it's in line with your knee. Not here, here. And then make sure your knee's right over your hip, not here. Okay, right over your hip. And then use your lower abs to curl with a hold. Curl, hold. Curl, hold. Curl, hold. Now, if you prefer, you can do this at your wall. I've shown you how to do this before, where you go in, hold, right? And if you have something like a bar or something you can press your hands into underneath, you can certainly do it, or stay holding on and hold. Take one hand off, okay? So if you miss round back at the studio, you can still do it on any wall. Probably want some cushioning behind your shoulders, and I do have some videos up that show you how to do that, okay? So if you want to find those videos, there are videos with round back. Last 3, last 2, release. Arch that back. Pull your belly into your spine. Let's do the left side. All right, left leg up. We pull in with a hold. In, hold. In, hold. Hold. Okay, so I know it's hard to believe, but my leg is moving because I'm squeezing my lower left oblique. All right, so I want you to think of your abs. They taper down as it comes to your pelvis, and I want you to feel your lowest abs on the left side pull in, and your knees just along for the ride. If you're new, it can help to think of tucking. Think tuck, hold. Tuck, hold. Okay, now you are in an isometric hold with your upper body now. I want you to dig your elbows into the mat and curl out of your shoulders, and then relax your shoulders away from your ears. You should not be scrunched in like you're a turtle, okay? I want you to have a proud chest, curl it forward, and then dig into those elbows. 5 more slow counts. For 3, 2, last 1, release, arch that back. Round your back, pull your belly into your spine. Both legs in tabletop are pointing to the ceiling. Pull in with a hold. In, hold. Last set. In, hold. All right? If it's too much with legs straight, bend your legs in half. Choose a position, though. Don't be in a half bend here. Come here. A lot of weight for your abs. Or here, work for those quads. Okay? I don't want you to be in some sort of half position. Choose the position you can do and can maintain. Okay? Both are hard. Neither one is easy. As I did both of those, I was like, these are equally hard for me right now. Okay, so don't think that bending your legs is easier. In some ways, you can see all the weight that's coming into my abs. Maybe that's harder to pull. Up here, I'm trying to get those straight legs working into my quads. 3 more slow. It's 3, 2, and 1. Release. Arch that back. And we're going to do a little bit of oblique work, okay? Now, if you have your ball, okay, you're going to take it in your right hand. If you don't have a ball, you can take a weight. Okay, I'll show you how to do it with both. And you're going to lie down and place your hand on your ball with your right leg up toward the ceiling. Okay? All right, take your left hand toward your thigh and pull yourself up. We have a pretty good grip on your leg here, okay, so that you're pulled up nice and high. Now, if you don't have the ball, what you do is you take your weight, turn it on its side, and do it with your weight, okay? Try and get your shoulders off the mat, pull your belly into your spine. Okay? If this is too much, you can take your left hand behind your head to support your neck. You're going to curl and press into the ball. Here we go. Curl, press. Curl, press. Curl, press. Curl, press. We're not here long. This is one of those ones that is deceptively hard, right? Someone walking by might be like, that doesn't look like that's challenging. You make it hard by pressing into whatever you're pressing into. So if it's the weight, press in, curl, press in, curl. Now, can you add that lower body curl? Press in, lower body curl, upper body curl, same time. For 5, 4, that should feel super hard. 3, 2, hold it here on 1, hold here, hold here. If your hand was up the whole time, keep it there. If your hand was behind your head, lift it up, karate chop across your body. Hand comes off your support, just curl. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Switch sides. Ball comes to your left hand comes to the ground. Left leg up. Take your right hand, lift yourself out of this so that you're actually holding yourself up. That's totally fine for this position, okay? Press into your left hand as you curl press. Curl press. Now, if you want to make it harder, but you don't want to take your right hand off your leg, release the grip of your hand. So if you were holding on really tight, relax your hand a little bit. Maybe relax it so that it's barely helping hold your leg up. Engage your lower abs a little more. Engage your left quad. If that feels like it's too much, it's fine. You can hold on for dear life here. What I'm trying to get you to do is hold yourself in a position where you're curled. okay? So if you look like this and you're like straight bodied like this, don't do that. Pull your leg closer, then your knee is soft touch, and then curl, use your bicep, look at your bicep, make it bulge. Curl, hold. Now if you'd like, add that pull in. With your lower abs, pull in, press the ball. Curl and press. Pull and press. Now that ball, I want you changing its shape so it looks like a pancake as you press. Digging deep into those obliques by pressing into the support, okay? That's why we're using the ball today, is for that support. If you don't have the ball, use the weight. If you don't have a weight, that's okay. Put your hand on the ground, press into the ground, okay? It's just like, it puts your shoulder at like a lower angle. That's why I like a little bit of height. So maybe you have a stool you can press into. For 4, 3, 2. Now hold it here. If your hand was behind your head for support, bring it across your body. Everyone karate chop your hand. Left hand off your support. Curl 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release knees into chest, rock side to side. Inhale, exhale. Rock and roll up. And let's do some curl work. I'm just going to come into like a slight diagonal position here. Thumbs on top of your thighs, fingers wrap behind, elbows pop out wide to the side, and then you're going to round down. Belly pulls in, hips are tucked. Inhale, exhale, hands off, loose fists, and tap, 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 and tap. You got it. You're almost done with class here, okay? Now's the time where I want you to really engage your core. Think about your core working super hard. Belly's pulled in, tuck of that tailbone, shoulders are relaxed, okay? As you're doing these curls, think about your body getting karate chopped here, and you're curling over that karate chop while you add the movement of this. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold back on, elbows wide. Now if you came up a little higher where your chin's like well above your knees, drop down a little bit again. Inhale, exhale. Breathe out. Hands off. Let's make that big 4 obliques. So it's in, out, in, out. Almost touch the ground every time. Maybe you do touch the ground. All right, some people in class say, how can I make this harder? Well, you can make it harder by grabbing a weight, right? So if you have a weight, you can go out and switch. All right, if you have 2 weights, great. You have wrist weights, even better. So whatever works for you. If you want to add that weight, you can also do it with the ball. I'm doing it with nothing at all. I'm usually so tired by the end of class. And that's where you want to be. You want to be so tired you couldn't do another set if someone asked you to. Paid you $1 million for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold back on. Let's take a stretch. Reach for your shins. If you don't think you need to stretch, hold in your curl. Makes it a little more advanced. Arch that back. Inhale, exhale. Thumbs on top of thighs, fingers behind, elbows wide. Round that back. Belly pulls into side. Right arm up by your ear. Palm faces behind you. Press back. Back. Left hand off. Your arms are making the letter L. Press back and back. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold back on. Elbow wide. Belly and hips tucked. Left arm up. Palm faces behind you. Press back. Back. Right hand off. Arms in that L. Back. So your arms are in this L shape. This arm basically is putting a lot of work into your sides, because all the weight has shifted toward your shoulders instead of being in front of you. For 4, 3, 2, hold back on, elbow wide. Last set, hardest set. Palms are going to face behind you. Give me 30, press back and back, back and back. If you need more support, you can come higher. But if you come so high that you don't feel like you're doing anything, I want you to drop those shoulders. Last 20, we're going to lie down and we're going to work on our lower abs. 1 set to finish class. Finish our ab set. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lie down. Take a full body stretch. Point your toes, point your fingers, arch your back. Take a nice stretch here. I hit my mirror when I take my stretch. Hopefully you have some space there. And let's finish with some lower body work, okay? So you're going to bring your knees into a tabletop position. Belly pulls in, and you're just going to shuffle your legs like this. Shuffle, shuffle. Tiny shuffles. Alternating which knees coming in. We are purposely not making this big right now. We're going to keep it super safe. Now, if you have a mat, you're going to reach your mat, thumb on top, fingertips underneath, and you're going to pull the mat away from you to offer you some support. If you don't have that support, You can fold a towel underneath your glutes, which helps lift your glutes a little bit. Okay, you can also do both of those for 8, 7, 6, 5, belly in, 4, 3, 2, take a break. Knees into chest, rock side to side. Point those toes up to the ceiling. Lift and lower your legs. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. I'm shaking here. Are you shaking with me? Now, if your hands are on your mat, as you lift, you pull down, lift, down, lift. Okay, what I don't want to see is this. This is momentum. I could do this probably 5 times as long because it's easier. Use this. This I can only do maybe a few more before I'm so tired. So make this efficient. Small movements for 5, 4, belly pulls in, 3. Lift with your abs, not your glutes. 1, and release, knees into chest, rock side to side. Inhale, exhale. Last set, toes point to the ceiling. Bend, stretch, bend, stretch. We're going to end in a teaser for this set today. So we're going to start here. We're going to end with our legs at a diagonal, pumping our arms, or holding in stillness. Now I want these legs to get stick straight to work into your quads in addition to working into your abs. If this is too much, bend your knees, pull in with your abs. That's your modification. Last 10, 10, 9. Are you getting your legs all the way straight? Flatten out the back of your knees for 5, 4, 3, 2. Lower your legs on a diagonal. Bring your fingertips behind your head. Lift up your head, neck, and shoulders. Curl, hands by your thighs, and pump those arms to finish. Pump, pump. Last 100. They go really fast, right? That's already 10 done. I told you they're super, super fast. We'll do back dancing next. We'll take a little side twist stretch just to give your abs a little bit of a stretch. Halfway done. Pump, 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 pump. Now you breathe in and you breathe out. Or you can, your breath should be like you're blowing out a birthday candle that's really far away from you. Inhale, exhale. We are coming into a stretch next for those abs. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees into chest, rock side to side. Right knees fall to the right. Sorry, knees fall to the right, not just your right knee. Fingertips behind your head, or if you feel like you want, you can make a T shape with those arms. Try and get those shoulders to face the ceiling. And switch sides. Shoulders face the ceiling, arms in that T. Maybe fingertips behind your head. And back to center. This is a hamstring class, right? So one last hamstring set. Walk your feet away from you so you have a really nice wide angle behind your knees, okay? You can't reach your heels even if you tried. They're really far away from your fingertips. Lift your seat off the ground. Tuck your hips under. Palms face the ceiling and tuck with a hold. Tuck, hold. Tuck, hold. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze, hold. Squeeze, hold. Your hands should be relaxed into the ground. You're not pressing into the ground. That's why I say palms up. Prevents you from using your back or your shoulders to help. All the work in your glutes. Tuck with a hold. Now, you're going to add on to this. You're going to press your feet into the ground to add on. So it's tuck, press your feet. Tuck, press, tuck, press, tuck, and press. This is hamstring work. Press, glute, hamstring. If you don't feel this in your hamstrings, your feet are probably too close. Okay, so you're going to feel a nice zing up your glutes, but I want you to feel the zing in the back of your legs. So walk those feet even wider. Now, if you flex your feet, you'll get a little calf workout. So if you want to get that calf workout, feel free to get that calf workout. Now, every time you press into your feet, I want you to press super hard into those feet to really make sure that you're working into your hamstrings, not just your glutes. Combine the moves. Tuck, press. Tuck, press. You got it. Tuck, press. We're almost done. We're almost done with class here. A little more back dancing, and then you are done for your day. Tuck, press. Tuck, press. Tuck, press. Tuck, press. Shoulders relaxed. Don't let them press into the ground. And you are this high off the ground, about this high. If you're this high, means your back, your shoulders are supporting you instead of your glutes. Drop it down. Inhale, exhale. more, we switch positions in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Walk your feet all the way together like you have one leg. Come onto the balls of your feet and tuck. Tuck and tuck. Last 50. Tuck. Palms face the ceiling. We're going to stretch next. Make this your best squeezes of the entire set. Squeeze, 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 and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You can squeeze those knees together. We've done very little inner thigh work today. Please do an inner thigh set right now by squeezing those inner thighs together. Again, we're almost done. You have 20 more. Tuck and tuck. If you are pregnant and you don't want to be on your back, or if you have back injuries, you can actually do back dancing just like this. Just tuck. Same idea. You're just squeezing your glutes. You're almost done with the set. You've got this. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Just switching to some lighter music. Knees into your chest, rock side to side. Inhale, exhale. If you have that strap handy, grab your strap. You can also use a t-shirt or anything you have. And place it over your right foot. Then you're going to come lie down. Right leg high, left leg long. Both feet are actually flexed here. And then you're going to bring those right toes toward your right shoulder. Stretching out your right leg so it sticks straight. Both hips are on the mat evenly and both hips face the ceiling. And then bring that leg across your body just a couple of inches. It's an IT band stretch. Toes pull toward your left shoulder. And then come back to center. Pull those toes toward your nose. Straighten out the back of your left leg. And switch sides. Float your left leg to the strap. And then you're going to float your right leg to the ground. Flex it when it gets there. Both feet should be flexed. You're going to take your left toes toward your left shoulder. Both hips face the ceiling. Both hips stay planted on the mat. Now, if you want to take your straps in one hand, you can bring your right hand to your right hip to help you keep that hip down. And then across your body. If that's the case, straps would come to the right hand, left hand to your left hip. Keep that left hip down. Your leg should be straight. I'll come around in class sometimes and straighten your leg like that. And people go, oh, that hurts so much. That's what we want to stretch there. So if you have to bring your leg further from crossing your body just so you can get that straight leg, do that now. And then back to center, toes pull toward your nose. And then both feet into the strap. I just want you to pull your toes toward your nose. Flex your feet really hard. Let's keep that strap on the balls of my feet instead of the arches, just so you don't actually pull on any arches there. Inhale, exhale. Knees come into chest. Strap goes to the side. Let's take a straddle stretch today to stretch out our inner thighs, just from that last set we did. So walk your legs wide and then walk your hands forward. If this is too much, keep your legs behind you. You probably already did that. If it's too much, you definitely always know how to kind of stay back. And then just walk your hands a little more forward. Even a little more forward. So a lot of people, we just kind of cut the stretches short. Want to feel the stretch a little bit longer. Let's say 30 seconds here, okay? So it's going to feel really long. When you feel each 10 seconds, as each 10 seconds go by, you get a little bendier. Maybe you feel a little stretchier. Inhale, exhale. 1 more inch wherever you are. And cross your legs in easy pose. Take a deep breath. Inhale, raise both arms up. Exhale, breathe out, press the air away from you. 1 more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, breathe out, press the air away from you. When we're all done, thank you so much for watching. My name is Jackie. I am on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube under the name Beauty and Barre. So please subscribe and like my videos. I think I have about 50 videos up now, so please like them. Every week is different, and videos are labeled with the part of the body that they work with. So thank you so much for watching.